Let's get into some early bets we like.
Oh, I love
best bets week 5.
Yes.
Who y'all got?
I love it.
All right, I want to start this out. Clemson. Weird number right now.
6?
Number I don't like, +7.
7.
At home. I would right now, if you don't want to wait, if you're worried it's going to go down, what?
Buy a half.
Yeah.
Buy
Right
a half.
now, if you're worried it's going to go down and you don't want to buy a full point, I'd go ahead and buy the hook. Now, listen, Gadsden's hurt for Syracuse right now. He's their best target. But let's not forget what gave Clemson a lot of trouble last year in a game that Syracuse abandoned the quarterback run game in the second half. Come to find out, Garrett Schrader was hurt. Sean Tucker was beat up. But I still wouldn't have abandoned it. It's on the road to Clemson. We got to #find a way. And there was a horrible late hit penalty in that game last year at Clemson that kept it. But last year was last year. This Syracuse team, I know it's not called the Carrier Dome anymore, but I'm going to call it the Carrier Dome because that's what I think it should be called. They always play Clemson really tough up here, and this is what they call the Dream Crusher spot for Clemson. All right, no natty. Nuh-uh, Dabo. Should have got the new toaster. Like I was telling you, you're done with the natty. Clemson's not going the natty. You're hanging by a thread here to even have a chance to go to the conference championship. Syracuse, I know they started out hot last year and kind of fell off a cliff. I like Garrett Schrader in this run game to at least cover the
This game's
7.5.
always close.
To at least cover the 7.5. Like I said, it's a waiting game. Which way is it going to go? I think it's going to go down. I think it's going to go to +6.5. So I don't think it'd be crazy to go ahead and buy the hook right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to lock it in yet. I like Clemson +7.5.
Okay.
You want to take the +7 and play the push.
Buy the half a point.
Buy the half a point. Come on, man. Which one do you like, Blaine?
Oh, God. I tell you one I love.
Are you head over heels?
I love, gosh, I've never been in love with something so much in my life. Might be the play of the year.
Really?
So far.
Play of the year.
It's Georgia, isn't it?
You get all your money.
Here he
All right,
goes.
you can take every cent you can find that you've acquired throughout your life. All right. Some books right now have Georgia at 14.5. Some books have Georgia at 15.5. You bet that down to 13.5. It's sitting at like -150. All right. And you put the rent on it. Auburn can't score. All right. And do you think they can't score against A&M? Let me tell you what it's not going to get better against. Georgia. Georgia's going to come in, run the football. The defense will hold on for a little bit, maybe a half. All right. It might be 13-0 walking into halftime.
That smells about right.
You know, that's fine.
And look, Auburn's take time with Hugh Freeze. We're not gonna
Belo,
bash
great cage. And he get this because over time, what is it, Jake?
gravity.
It's gravity. It's just a stranglehold effect,
Yeah,
right?
there.
So anaconda, squeeze, boom, good. Right? Next thing you know, Georgia wins 31-7. Easy money. Take it.
What?
Don't.
Here's the question, though. Why would you not just take that and put it on the? Is Georgia scoring?
Why are you buying it down then? If you think it's going to be 31-7,
Because in the back of my mind, I've said skeptical hippo,
Robbie Ashford
Nick
breaks
Fearson, late field goal, 73-yarder. I don't want to talk about it. All right?
Under 47. You're not.
I just don't. No, don't touch it. Stop it. Don't do that.
Why?
All right? We're not doing that. We're doing one thing because two, it just gets dangerous. All right. Late in games, it just gets dangerous. I think Georgia's going to pummel us. So maybe a late touchdown I don't like it.
So in order for that to happen, it would have to be 42-7. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
You think Georgia's going to score 42?
Yeah.
No, I think Kirby may get up by 10 and try and just run this one out.
Milk.
Yeah, he's gonna run it out as scoring touchdowns and running it out. That's the crazy thing about it.
All right, I'm going to go to a Friday night game. Utah and Oregon State
I like this one.
under 44.5. We talked about
I think that went up, David.
Did
I
it?
think that went up.
I got it this morning at 44.5.
Let me double check here, though.
Scanning.
45.5 on
Okay,
DraftKings right now.
45.5. Well, you know what?
Bye.
You don't even need
Does
it
that mean
because
Cam Rising's playing?
My advice was going to be to go ahead and
I don't
buy
think
it
so.
down anyway. Like, get a couple extra points, more in the 41, 42.5, make this an actual dog pick. We saw what Utah and UCLA just did, playing a game 14-7, where that defensive pick six really proved to be the story of the game. I think that's what you're going to get from Nate Johnson and this Utah team.
Do you wait though on this?
Well, here it started out Oregon State -1. It is now up to Oregon State -3.
Yeah, look, I like putting money on Utah as well,
okay,
but
so
the under's my favorite bet in this. And you're talking about, do you wait and see? Sure, you can wait and see. You can sit around, and you can talk to the butcher about. You get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head.
Well, dude, I'm saying if they come on Friday, I'm like, Cam.
They're not going to tell you.
They come on.
They're not
telling
going to tell you.
will
You
not
will know
know.
right before the game if Cam's playing.
Yeah, you will know the minute that Utah's offense trots out in the field. That's when you're.
What I'm saying is, I don't
warmed
think
them
it's
up.
going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter because, one, the new clock rules, with the way that both of these teams play defense, with some of the ways that we've seen, DJ Uiagalelei struggle, and you're going to play, I think, the best defense in the Pac-12. I like the under.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I like Oregon State right now. I like Oregon State.
Oh, without the guy protecting the city at night, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, even if they have Cam Rising in his first game back, I like Oregon State at home in this game. I'll tell you another Friday night game. I like BYU -2.5 at home against Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Cincinnati offensively. They did beat Pitt earlier in the year. Thank you. I had Pitt going 3-9. Caught a lot of help for that one. But I think BYU's kind of found something a little bit, and they're playing at home.
That one's at 2.5 now?
That one's at 2.5. I would take it now. I may actually go ahead and lock. I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in. Credit Code Picks Tracker at BYU for Friday night is one of my two show bets. BYU -2.5. I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. That's going off at -115. I don't trust Emory Jones. I don't trust him at home. I don't trust him on the road. I don't trust him at the market. I don't trust him at the grocery store. I don't trust him at the library. So for dag, I'm sure, don't trust him over there in Provo. And BYU, that place is going to be absolutely nuts. So give me BYU right now, -2.5. Keaton Slovis, watch me throw this.
I trust Emory in the grocery
I like
store.
Arkansas +6.5.
What,
Yeah.
here's the thing,
A&M.
do you, if it hasn't gone down, now that we know Connor Wegman is out, and the spread hasn't dropped, like now it's not like Arkansas -4.5.
Then you think
Do
it'll
you
go to 7.5?
wait to see if it'll go to 7 or 7.5?
You can do that. I think it's more likely to go to 5
the other way?
something like that. But especially neutral site, the way we saw Texas A&M play. I'm a big Max Johnson fan, but I agree with you. Like he doesn't give you what
Rocket
Connor
Sanders
Wegman
back
does.
for Arkansas.
And the way you saw Arkansas gave LSU everything they could handle. Also LSU -2.5 at Ole Miss right now. I like LSU. I like LSU to go win by a
See,
field goal.
that's something I was looking at. I actually saw it. I think that, David, that may have gone up. I think it may have gone up to Ole Miss -3 unless it moved back, or I'm just absolutely losing my mind. I'm scanning for danger right here.
I think that'll be one that bounces back and forth.
It will bounce back and forth.
hook.
What do you think about the over/under in that game?
What's it at right now? 50.
Shoot, I saw it at like 63.5, something like that. Let me.
For the OC Ole
Was
Miss
it in the
game?
low 60s?
I'm trying to find it
Think
right
so,
now.
yeah. Oh.
I'm looking through it. Why can I not find it? Is it off the board? Interesting. What's another one you like, Blaine?
I mean, I'm rolling with David Cohn's boys over here against Nebraska.
First road game?
I mean,
18?
18
What I had
says 17. If it's me, some books have it 17.5, some books have it 18.5. If it's me, I'm
There
getting
we go.
16.5. I don't know if you've watched Nebraska and their new quarterback, but it's not a great situation. I mean, they beat La Tech, I think, last week, 28-14.
Yeah, they got like some small town.
I mean, he had a QBR of 25,
Mike Winchell.
which is not. And I wish Mike Winchell was out there. At least you have a lot of heart. A lot of heart. And I would love
You gotta get in the end zone.
Chavo out there to say,
You gotta
I
get
don't
in
want
the
to talk
end
about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's just going to hurt my feelings. But I think Michigan rolls these boys.
LSU, Ole Miss, real quick. Ole Miss is +3 right now. The over/under is 65.
Yeah.
Wow, it's 65.5. Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
That's a lot the way I just saw Ole Miss play. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to touch the over-under in that game.
Do you wait?
I'll tell
If
you
that
what,
goes
though.
to 3.5, I'm taking Ole Miss
Are you?
at +3.5. Yeah, for sure.
sure.
For sure. A couple more. Duke +6 at home against Notre Dame. Notre Dame coming off a tough one.
I like that. I actually like the under in that game. It's at 50 right now.
No.
I like the under.
I don't think you're
The way
crazy.
that both of these teams want to play offense. I'll tell you one I really like right now, and get it while it's hot. Georgia Southern -6.5 at home versus Coastal Carolina. This Coastal Carolina team, they're not the
O-line
same
looked
team they
bad.
were the last couple years.
O-line
Grayson
looked
McCall.
bad. I like that
So
call.
Georgia Southern, where you're getting under the touchdown hook there at home, take that one now.
Oregon -26.5 against Stanford.
Down to 26.5.
You're welcome.
I saw it at 27. I like that. If you can get a extra
You're
half
welcome. They're going to kill Stanford. And Oklahoma -19.5 against Iowa State.
That's what I was going to say. That was my last one I had. I got it at -20 on DraftKings. Here's the real question. The over-under's at 48.5. Is Oklahoma going to score 49? That's the question.
That's the question.
They could. I got two questions for you. Florida +3 at Kentucky.
Man,
I'm starting to like this Florida team.
well, David, it's crazy.
And I like this Kentucky team less and less than I watch them.
It literally, I think it just flipped. Yep, it just changed. -2.5 Kentucky right now.
What's the
Going
money
off
line?
at -118. The over/under is 46.
What's the
I
money
saw that.
line?
The money line for Kentucky's -142, Florida's +120. Talk about having good defenses on here, being a complete team. You need a good defense in real life. Because I don't know if you ever searched your name on the internet and seen how much your info and your personal life is available for anyone to see. It would shock you. It would absolutely shock you. I did it when we were talking to DeleteMe. They're a fantastic company. I didn't realize about kind of how the data brokers worked and stuff like that. Corporations collect huge amounts of your personally identifiable info and package it all together to create profiles or listings. Basically, they're putting your info out there to try and sell you stuff and use it against you. That's what they're doing.
Not
all right,
right.
so you need a good defense. All right, and you don't need to call Dan Lanning over at Oregon. You don't need to call Kirby Smart over there at Georgia. You need to hit up our friends over at DeleteMe. They are a hands-free subscription service that will remove your personal info that's being sold online. It's really simple. You submit the info you'd like to have removed online, and DeleteMe's experts will search the internet to find it and remove your personal info. I just got my first report back from DeleteMe because they send you a report. Man, there's stuff all over the internet.
Yeah.
And not like, hey, Jacob Hines on Florida State. It's like stuff that they could really use against you. And now you can get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/Crane. That's joindeleteme.com/Crane, C-R-A-I-N, and use promo code Crane, C-R-A-I-N. That's the only way to get 20% off. Go to joindeleteme.com/Crane and use our promo code Crane, C-R-A-I-N, at checkout. joindeleteme.com/Crane. Use that promo code Crane. I'm telling you, just trust me on it. Search your name. Do it when you get done watching the show or listening to the show. I don't trust either one of these teams. I don't trust Kentucky on the offensive line.
Florida a little more than Kentucky.
I just...
On the road, though.
46. I think, I don't even... At 2.5, you kind of want to take Kentucky, right? At home, finding a way.
Yeah.
Ray Davis, I love what he's doing at running back. Devin Leary...
Just doesn't look like the same Devin
I
Leary.
just don't trust him under any type of pressure, and Florida's good enough to create some. Do we like the total other than the side on this play? You like under 46?
I put under 46 as well.
I agree with you.
I like under 46, but if it goes to 3.5, I think I'm gonna take Florida with those points.
Yeah, if it goes to 3.5 for sure, I agree. I wonder which way that one's going to end up. And last one before we get to calls, USC Colorado. Colorado now +21.5, over under 73.5. I just don't know how you don't bet the over in this game.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I mean, you look at that and you think, well, that's way too many points. But then you see who's playing. It's like
Shadur versus Caleb. I mean,
the question is.
Well, I think this game will be a lot closer than what Oregon.
I agree. I like the
You think
+21.5 still.
The question is, how much success can Colorado's offense have against USC's defense? Because USC is going to score.
Yeah,
They're gonna score at
I'm
will,
not worried about
at will. So how many points can Colorado score?
Let me see.
73.
It feels like a 50. USC 50, Colorado 30.
Yeah, there's not a total.
If that's how it plays out, that's going to tell you a lot about Oregon's defense.
Yeah,
if that's how it plays
100%.
out. If we're looking at another 45-14 game, then Colorado clearly knows some of the things they have to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no total team points yet. I'm going to be interested at 73.5 to see what the total team points is for USC. That may end up being the best bet on the board, but it started out at 24. Got bet down to 21.5.
Oh, another over that I saw, the only over on the board that I was interested in other than that one was Tennessee, South Carolina. What do you think about that one? It was 62.5 when I saw it.
Man, I can't believe it opened at 11.5 and then went up to 12.5. But remember, this is a revenge game for Tennessee, too. South Carolina took out Hendon Hooker last year.
I get that, but Spencer Rattler, I'm just thinking both teams going to be
What is it at? What would you say?
62.5.
Let's see, so... South Carolina, they can still put up points even with that deficient offensive line.
34-30 hits for you.
It's at 12.5.
Yeah. God, this...
I just don't feel like Tennessee's 12.5 points better than South Carolina.
37-27 is 64. And you said it's at what, David?
62.5.
Man, I like the over. I do like the over.
Too.
I'd take
I do like the over. What's up, YouTube? Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do it. We just hit over 100,000 subscribers, and we'd love to have your business. Also, hit that like button on this video and turn that notification bell on so you can get our content every time it drops. And believe me, we drop it all the time.